Appreciate you, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
And I don't
Thank
say
you.
brother
Likewise.
lightly to anybody,
Likewise.
man. Appreciate you.
Likewise.
What up, Nac?
What
Man,
up,
I see
what
you
up?
rocking the fucking ill tracksuit, you know what I'm saying, with the ill colors, man.
Yes, sir.
Flaming the avenue, you know what I mean?
That's right.
Let's talk about, you know, the theories you have with rhyming, because you're active. You get busy, you know, all
Yes,
kind
sir.
of capacities and shit like that.
Right.
Let's talk about the evolution of your style with the pen. You know what I mean?
Well, it would all
If
like
you don't mind.
I resonate heavy with y'all with
Yeah.
all your sentiments as far as the MCs and the influences, but my personal growth always started like what you were saying with freestyling. You know,
Yeah,
we come from
yeah,
that cloth. We come from that era where
we do.
in the 90s it was a prerequisite to being an MC. You couldn't claim MC without having that ability.
It's true.
And to see cats
It's
nowadays
true.
who are like, I don't do that. I'm like, what? How you even part of this? What are you doing?
It's true.
So,
It's
you know, freestyling first and sparring with my homies, like really,
Yep. It's true. There you go.
we developed
See?
our style basically trying to pass the time till it was late enough to go out bombing, because we're a Graff crew. So that was
Yes.
our first element. We were into Graff. I was a b-boy before Graff, so I go back to '85 when I started b-boying. I was the best b-boy in my school in the 5th grade. So that's
Word.
dating myself right there. But
No, it's all good.
that's how
brother.
long I've been in the game. '85, I was b-boying.
Yeah, I remember that. Bro.
'88, I started picking up the Graff. '88, '89, I was like in my toy zone.
You're in it.
But then '90, I started really coming with it, and that's when I started rhyming as well. 1990, and I got the name Nac One from my mentor Heist.
That's an ill name.
Yeah, man, Heist.
Fuck.
That's my bro
Speak
Gigs.
on Heist.
Wait,
Speak on
yeah,
Heist,
talk about-
man.
yeah.
Speak
Heist
on
TPC, man. He was my teacher, bro. Like, I basically stumbled upon this dude because I was following the trail. I would see them up. They were the most up in '88, '89. TPC was taking over the Bay Area, and they were doing it in a New York way, like real
Funky
hardcore
letters.
hip hop shit, like
Characters.
funk letters,
Yeah.
characters, silver pieces, freeways, rooftops, shit that was dangerous.
Shit that was catching your
you seen your
attention.
shit and was
Yeah.
like,
Exactly.
how
Hip-hop
did they
shit.
do
Hip-hop
that
shit.
shit,
Yeah,
man?
yeah,
It blew your
yeah,
mind to
yeah,
see
yeah.
that
You was-
shit
and you
coming
was a
off of the.
kid. You was a kid.
Yeah, I was a kid in the car
Yeah,
looking
yeah.
out, you know, in my
Yeah,
mom's
that
ride,
shit's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
Fresh
and just
colors.
watching like, what's going on out
Yeah.
here? I want to be a part of this. So
Yeah, I
What
know.
is that?
I
It's real
ended up-
magnetic.
man.
It's real. That shit gets your attention. Like
And I
you
ended
said.
up,
Yeah.
you know, finding out Homeboy
The
lived in my
visuals, the
neighborhood.
visual aspect.
I was like,
Wow.
who would have knew, bro? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I see him up from the San Francisco to Oakland, even as far as San Jose. Crazy cutty places, San Rafael. I see Heist TPC, Rackets TPC. Them fools
Rockets,
was
bro.
getting
I remember.
busy,
Yeah.
bro.
Are we still around?
And around what
Yeah,
year was
those
this?
are my- those are my brothers.
Yeah,
What
I
year was
know,
this?
That's
What year was
FSC
this,
now,
man?
like-
Around what year was this like around for
You
you?
said
That was 88, 89,
Okay.
man.
Okay.
Yeah,
Rockets.
that was
yeah.
that was my
And that
prelude
was in the
to
town
MCing.
to San Francisco, to the Bay. We're talking Bay coverage.
Bay coverage, man.
Okay.
All right,
go
well,
to
Greater
Frisco.
East Bay,
Word.
you know,
Word.
and
Okay, this is
that went right into my
Without the
evolution
Bay
of
Area,
writing
man, better
writing
listen
rhymes
to this.
came from graffiti, because basically we were just trying to pass the time. So we were drinking 40s in the park,
Yo.
spitting
Yeah,
bars,
having fun and
Yo.
shit.
getting our
Yeah.
bars up, and we were heavily influenced by the shit we were listening to, because we
Of
were
course.
blessed to
Of
get
course.
like
Yeah.
homies from New York would send us the tapes from Kiss FM. So we had Cool GG
Red
Red Alert.
tape, yo.
We had
Same
Funkmaster
with us.
Flex. We had
Doo-wop.
Doo-wop. We
Do-Wop,
had
Tony Touch tapes.
bro.
We were getting
all
before
the
the internet.
before the internet, it was the internet.
We were
The
still,
tapes.
yeah, the tapes. We were getting.
And I was soaking game.
Yeah,
I was soaking game off them tapes,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
and
yeah.
you know,
Those were all
definitely
those ones.
all the early stuff. You know, like
Yeah.
my brother Droop said, KRS-One, big influence. You know, Jungle Brothers, Tribe,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the like early like radio promo songs before they were signed,
White
before they
label,
blew up,
yeah,
stuff
yeah,
that was just
yeah.
getting
Demo,
pressed.
like
Yeah,
you know,
show
DJ
demo,
demo.
real
Yeah.
underground
White
shit.
label.
White label shit. Yeah, college
Exactly.
radio
And
shit.
then of course,
College
like,
radio promo.
you know,
Mhm.
when I started hearing shit like Lord Finesse, AG, Showbiz and AG,
Yeah,
you know,
Percy
DITC,
Percy
that
P.
shit shaped my shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, really started focusing in on, oh, I really love this MC shit, you know?
on
And
top of you already being an active writer.
yeah. So it
Yeah.
just kind of like naturally went hand in hand with the culture and what we were doing. Then the older dudes in my crew were all DJs, and they were throwing shows. So I was like 16 getting into clubs, and cats were just passing me the mic and forcing me to rap. So it was kind of like something I couldn't
You
avoid.
couldn't get out.
Yeah,
And we was
yeah.
also in a
'Cause
time
you was already rhyming.
I was already rhyming, so they was like, "Oh, we know you can bust."
And painting, and
Hey,
like,
get
yo,
up.
this guy can represent the crew.
Straight
right?
up, bro.
Like, bro, like he can
And on
get
top
in
of
and
it,
do
it was
his
mad
thing.
aggressive. Like fools would be
Yeah,
like, "I'll
yeah,
knock
yeah,
you out
yeah,
if you don't
yeah,
come
yeah.
with it."
They'll just cut you off.
They'll
Like,
cut you
they
off,
wanna
or they'll
give you a
slap
chance to
you
do,
one.
Like 2 bars.
Like,
yeah.
it was
It
real
pretty bad.
violent back then, bro.
It was pretty bad.
The 90s was
It
rugged.
was really bad.
It ain't like nice. Like I give
No,
people
no,
participation
no.
trophies
Yeah.
at my cipher
No.
just
It
because they
wasn't-
tried.
no.
They'll blow right
Back
over
then,
you.
They looked at how you dressed,
Yeah.
first of all. Any
And
weird
how you
gear,
come in.
Straight
like,
up.
And how you came in.
Everybody got it back then.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers call it
Yeah.
bullying or hazing. That was just natural.
Nah,
back
it was
then.
a part of the
Like,
process.
I feel bad for some of the shit we did to people back then.
Bro, for
You're
sure.
gonna
I
be-
do.
you're gonna be
I do,
in a-
for
you're gonna
sure.
be in a cipher, man. That's that cipher shit. You better hold your own in the cipher.
You gotta
I
be
ain't
a
even an
tiger.
MC, but I've been
You
around
gotta be
them
a shark.
I've been around them enough to know at least, yo, that frequency is so fucking real,
Oh, my
man.
God.
And
Oh,
if
yeah.
you, even if you step on stage, like that energy is gonna project regardless.
It is.
Of however
So-
it
It is.
comes.
I still carry that
You know what I
shit.
mean?
I still
Yeah.
have that
Yeah.
armor on. I'm still
Yeah.
ready for battle. I'm still
You
prepared
have
in
to.
ways.
You have
that-
to.
I
bro.
never
Yeah.
sidestep
That's
on the
anthem.
MC
Yeah.
skills when it comes
I mean,
to being prepared.
Everybody in this, yeah.
You
Man.
have to. You have
What's
to.
up with
Yeah.
it?
You
Too
have
much
to.
work is gone.
Yeah.
You have
Too
to.
much work. Too
It's
much
pride, man.
Yeah,
There's
man.
a lot of pride in there.
B-boy pride,
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with that.
Motherfuckers have their flag strong.
It doesn't
bro.
mean you have to be rude or arrogant
No.
to people, but
No.
you gotta have. You
Ain't-
gotta,
You gotta
have
hold
that.
yourself
Nah,
to
man.
a certain standard.
You know
gotta-
what, motherfucker? You man, only
You
you
have
know
to
what
have
you've
that.
done. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
So-
and your pedigree will speak for it. People will
Yeah,
speak for
and then
you.
you know there was more influences. I've been influenced by every great MC in the game, really, because I listened to all of it, and I
Yeah,
listened to the
yeah,
radio.
yeah.
Growing up in the Bay, we had Calex, KBLX. We had we had all these radio and college radio joints. So
Yeah.
I was hearing dope underground hip hop. My whole
frequency.
upbringing
Yeah.
was nothing but fire elite MCs. So
Yep.
I was
Mhm.
soaking
At
up the
that time.
Gang Stars and Chino XL and
You know, he had an era, bro.
man,
Yeah,
bars,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
But let's fast forward to right now, though.
Right now.
So let's talk about you talked about how you started. Let's get to the
Your
evolution.
influences
Like to right now, like that keeps the fire burning for you to pull that pin out.
at this
It's
point
serious.
of your career,
Yeah,
at this
well,
point of your life.
Right
you know
now,
what
it's
I
like
mean?
at a point where this is my life, and this is
Word.
my
Word.
therapy.
Word.
If I don't do
Word.
this,
That's
I'm
real.
not
That's
happy,
real.
bro.
Just what up?
Good to see you,
Word,
Jess.
word.
Yes, sir.
I'm
Jess
late,
in the
though.
building.
No, you're not, man.
Thank you.
Hey,
Yeah.
Chili.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Nac.
So
Yeah,
we're at
man.
that point where like this is my mental
You
health,
on
man.
something.
This is my regiment. This is what keeps me
man.
alive and
Yeah.
and looking forward to something to do because I'm. You know, as long as I have a show, as long as I have something to look forward to do, I'm happy. That
There
keeps
we
me
go.
on point. It keeps me studying. It keeps me training. I stay reading and writing
Yeah.
and freestyling.
Yes, sir.
And I practice.
You know
I like
this.
practicing.
reading.
Well, like a lot of MCs don't practice and shit. I
They
don't get that
You'll
shit.
get rusty as
You'll
fuck.
get
Yo.
You'll get. It's not like riding a bike. If you're not
Nah.
exercising your mind.
It's like painting.
Your mind is
It's
the
like
fucking
painting,
biggest
man.
muscle.
I can't even take a week off or else I'm a rust up.
You'll
It's,
get
it's
rusty.
something
Yeah.
that
You gotta be in the studio too, or you gotta be in the studio.
you gotta write, create, record.
And-
now
yeah.
I'm mixing and mastering, so I'm
Yeah.
taking it. The evolution of my artistry has become, where it's at now. Where I trained my son to make my beats for me, so I can spend all the time on the lyrics and focus on my songwriting.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
so-
you for sharing that, brother.
Yeah,
Thank
man.
you, Drew
Family
Capone, for
affair.
sharing that.
Yes,
Yo,
sir.
and
What about
thank
you,
you,
man?
fucking
You got-
Hogan. What about me?
Oh, yeah,
what's
yeah.
up?
Hold on.
Like,
yeah,
I'm gonna tell
you
you.
gotta sneak. There you
Man,
go.
man, trying to sneak out the door. You can come to back
No, I'm not
back,
sneaking.
homie.
The
No.
numbers is going
No.
up right now. People
Yo,
are
no,
hearing
yo,
this.
yo.
The numbers is going
Yo,
up.
yo, yo,
Everybody's dropping jewel right now. This is a good
The
one.
evolutionist style
We
is.
wanna hear it.
I used
Come
to
on,
do a
man.
lot of verbal gymnastic shit with the flows. You know, there was an era when Freestyle Fellowship came out, so people trying to like pattern out crazy. You know,
Styles.
I was influenced by that shit. I cannot lie to you. But then, once you get in the studio, it's different than rhyming outside. And you gotta find your voice in the booth. You're there by yourself. So I was like, yo, man, my shit ain't sounding right in the booth, bro. I had to find my voice. It took a long time to figure that shit out. A lot of people think they can rap. You throw them in the booth and they're fucking butt naked. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the shit be sounding weird.
Yeah.
Voices be fluctuating and shit. Like in the booth, it's a whole different world than a cipher,
Say it like you
man.
mean it.
Like,
Oh,
yo,
tell your man,
you
go
gotta
back
know
in
how
the
to
booth,
project
say
your
it like
voice.
you
You gotta
mean
know
it.
how to pause
Fuck
that
outta
shit.
here.
You gotta know how to use your voice as an instrument in the booth. Because you're by yourself. You're not with a bunch of motherfuckers like, oh yeah, that was ill. Like,
Yeah.
yo, that right there was a revelation for me. So I simplified my shit. not on some like Simple Simon fucking rudimentary shit, but make the shit that's complex sound simple.
Yeah.
So if you listen to me rhyme, you might be like, yeah, that sounds simple, but there's so much ill shit that goes into it on purpose. It's by design.
Yeah.
There's walking fucking triple entendres, quadruple entendres going on.
Right.
Yeah.
But I try to make the shit sound simple. That's the evolution of my shit. It was hyperactive patterns before.
Yeah.
Now it's like, yo, these fucking patterns are crazy if you're really listening. you
Right.
know?
Right.
And it's by design. I've scientifically developed my own theory on MCing. There's no doubt about it. So it's simple but complex at the same time if you're listening. And if you listen to Ice Cube's fucking Death Certificate, which is one of my favorite albums, right? Most MCs that are crazy gymnastics with the patterns, they'll say, oh, that's simple rhyming. But if you listen to that shit, it's not.
It's math.
It's math. And it's
Bar
direct,
math
it's
is
symmetrical, everything he's saying,
Mm-hmm.
but there's substance behind it. So I wanted to pattern my shit not stiff. You don't want to sound like a slow motherfucker, right?
Right.
But if you're listening, you're like, yo, this is fucking ill algebra going on with this patterns.
Right.
That's how my shit is, you know? And to be honest, Hogan Plus is a big part of it. He smoked me in a battle when we were 13 years old and shit. He was in a 13. He was in a different crew, man. I remember his rhymes, bro. He said ill shit.
Boston, let's hear what you said.
He said, if you got it, wait, bro.
You remember?
Wait, what did he say? Dude, like, I'm not even gonna do it, bro. but he was so ill that I said, yo, I think you're crazy. And the dude that was with fucking Hogan thought I was crazy, and we just clicked up from then. And we've been rocking since 13, bro. I know this dude since a teenager, bro.
That's hard.
And like, honestly, he's one of my favorite MCs I ever heard. I've seen him kill motherfuckers. You know, he's seen me kill motherfuckers. Like, it's different, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know what they think is going on, but we're killers, though. You
Yes,
know?
sir.
It's murder rap, you know?
Yes, sir.
But